What's poppin', people in the hood? Welcome back to the ExStream, where we talk about a bunch of stuff, mostly extreme stuff, but other stuff too. We'll just go down. It's me, your boy Chuckles,
And Chili.
and we have our special guest today. To me, he needs no introduction, but I'll have him say a little tiddly bit about himself. So why don't you introduce yourself, Brendo?
Hey guys, it's Brendan from Rycon. How's it going?
So what's your airsoft experience? How long have you been playing?
Oh boy, I'd say about 10 years now, at least at ExStream. I'd say maybe about a year prior. Your basic backyard skirmishes.
Shenanigans. I like.
Shenanigans.
Well, we're gonna talk more about that in a sec. But hot dog, we're gonna talk about important stuff. Chili, you want to talk about what we got going on in the store?
Give me 1 second. Gotta pull up a very important piece of paper.
You got it? Ah!
Just did. All right. So, I think most of you guys know this by now because we've said it a bunch, and we're going to keep saying it. The store is now open from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Tuesdays through Sunday. We're going to be there, and we're going to be around for you guys to buy stuff. There are a few stipulations, though. Number one, you got to wear a mask. I know it's interesting, and we're not used to it, but we gotta. Also, 3 people per staff member. So for the most part, that just means if you see one of us, we're only going to be able to allow 3 people in. If you see 2 of us, we'll be allowed to put 6 people in, and then, if we have 3 people in there, then 9 people. There will be a time limits if necessary. So if we need to, we will be using time limits. And Chuckles, what? Okay. 6 feet apart. Disinfect all stuff that you touch. 10% off until the end of May. Yay. And no sick people. Well, so we want to come out swinging. So, we're going to come out swinging.
Well, that'll conclude our the end of this month. Going to end our Kickstart Extreme sale, but we're going to be doing some sales other than that in the store after that. We're processing online orders with no delay. We actually had a customer who ordered late Friday. We couldn't get to the place on Saturday. Actually closed on Saturday, to ship out. So I actually went yesterday and I was like, hey, every place is closed. I'm going to drop it off at your house. And he was like, okay. We opened the stuff in the driveway. Him and this kid were super excited. They were like 5 stars, 10 out of 10 would order again. So we'll do that in extreme cases, of course. But not all of our products website. However, more is being added literally every day. If there's something you want that you don't see, message us, call us, email us for the availability. You can pay over the phone, stuff like that. Super cool thing is we are doing camps this summer. So we're looking forward to that. We're going to do Nerf Airsoft. Hopefully we might do a 3rd additional one to be unnamed at this point in time. But what we're going to need you to do is go to our website, extremeairsoftri.com/summercamp, and fill out the survey there. The survey will not only give us a better idea of how many weeks we'll end up doing, be able to gauge customer interest in the camps, but also will give you priority when we start going through the list. It'll be timed, so whoever were the first people to fill out the forms, we're going to call. It's going to be limited spacing, so make sure you fill that out to preserve yourself a spot. One thing that we're going to start doing now, just some reminders, is something I want to do is local highlights. We're going to be just going over some of the other local fields are going through. I don't have everyone because I'm not in contact with everybody. Stronghold starting this weekend. They're going to do Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. They're doing pickup/window shopping. So what you can do is, call them up, curbside, all of that stuff. Pick up your order. Get in, get out. They're doing that 5 to 8 on Thursday, Saturday 2 to 5, and Sunday 2 to 5. Stronghold's out in it's Abington, Mass. That's where they are. You have Tactical Airsoft and Paintball in Connecticut. They're doing currently private appointments / online sales. They'll also do one that is they'll actually FaceTime they'll make an appointment so you can FaceTime them or video chat them so that you can look at all the product and everything, and you don't have to go in. They have an online, they're mailing and stuff, really great. RPC Airsoft, they're in Vermont, if I remember. I think they're in Vermont. Cool thing is they're going to be doing. They're opening up. I think they just opened up this weekend. They're going to be doing skirmish. You have to sign up with a Google form on their website. They're only doing X number of players each session, obviously. So, but they have a cool setup. It's interesting. Like if you're there on one weekend, if you sign up for one weekend day, you can't do the next weekend unless it's filled up. And this is so. So that's some of what the other local spots are doing. I just kind of like to gotta shout them out. We're trying to get all the homies in. Hopefully, we'll have some of these other stores, store owners and representatives coming on here to talk. I've reached out to them, so you should bother them so we could get some of these other homies to talk about airsoft stuff. I can't think of anything else that's prevalent to the store. We're still lots of fun. Nothing too crazy in the store. Come visit us. We're still doing tech work and everything. We're still ordering. So we're getting the hot stuff. We're getting the new stuff. If there's something you don't see, most of the companies we deal with now will drop ship. Like me and our friend Brendan here for a second, we both wanted the KWA QRF Mod 1. So KWA, we paid ExStream in full for the product, plus like $15-20 shipping. But they literally, I mean, Brandon, you got yours today. His KWA.
Yeah, just today.
Today. So, you can still support us while being able to get cool products. So companies, a few of them are offering that, LBX and Elite Force, other companies. So if you have something that we don't have in store, we have stock, drop ship it to your house. So really cool thing that they're offering. I just had to throw that out there.
Yeah.
All right, now let's. Give me a sec. Lots of talking water. Swamp Sniper, I'll put him on the list. I'd love to have Ballack come on this and talk about what he's got going on. I know he just opened a store as well. Another store. Like he just got like 3-4 stores. Dude's insane. About what we came here to talk about, which is why do we play airsoft, or why should you play airsoft? There's a million different reasons. Everybody else kind of started in a same way. Brendan, why don't you? I'm gonna let you're a guest, so I'll let you talk about why do you like to play airsoft? What made you, when you were first playing? What did you see that made you want to keep playing, and what keeps you coming back to playing airsoft even when quarantine happens or something like that?
Oh boy, that's a loaded question. I mean, when I first got into it, I think we all were there. Spring pistols and shotguns, and just a backyard battle with your buddies, with your parents. And YouTube was new at that time, and I remember watching lots of videos of Scout the Doggy or Scott the Doggy, whatever that guy is. And just watching his videos and just watching all these dudes and all this gear just going nuts, it really just brought me into it. And then when I started coming to ExStream, obviously all these dudes that were there had all this tack gear and everything that we didn't have playing in our backyards. We had sweatshirts as our heaviest gear. So it's like seeing all these dudes and just seeing how legit it was. I mean, it was crazy. And it sucked me right in, and I think that's what sucks a lot of us right into it. You guys are going to cringe, but it's like playing Call of Duty, but in not like I guess I could say that a little bit better.
It's like Call of Duty.
It draws you right in.
Like you're playing Call of Duty for real skis.
Yeah.
Which is definitely a really interesting thing. Subject for another day, as we'll talk about probably airsoft and video games and how they kind of fit in. I know we're probably like a a real. Uh,
Yeah.
Tell us about you. Where did you? When did you start? Why did you do your? What got you into airsoft? What made you playing?
What got me playing was, oddly enough, an old video right now. I think it was like It was actually paintball that got me into airsoft. Oddly enough, it was a Russian paintball video, and it was just this like milsim looking thing where two teams were just shooting the hell out of each other with paintball guns, and at the end there was a tank, and it was just a cool video, and I was like, oh my god, I gotta play this now. Started playing paintball and looked at it and went, this isn't as fun. Then started looking into airsoft and went, wait, those are actually like real looking firearm like things, and I get to play with them, and slowly transitioned over to them in the form of an Ares G36K. That was my first airsoft gun.
Oh my god! Wow!
It immediately became a. I traded away almost like within 3 months and got a SRC G36 full size, and well, that was the beginning of the addiction.
So that's I know for me, I started. What was it? It was my friend Robbie. Who it was funny because years later, like last year, he started getting back into airsoft. So it was funny to sell him an airsoft gun, but he was he was talking to me about it. He brought over his airsoft gun, and we were sitting in my backyard. He had like a JG M4S system that we were just like shooting cans with, and I was like, oh, this is cool. And he was telling me about ExStream, and then my friend Steve also had airsoft guns, and he was telling me about ExStream. So I got it for Christmas. I had an Echo One Stag 15 Commando M4. I remember it was 2012 that summer, I think, where I first really started actually. I keep sending me emails. That's when I first really started going, and I was like, I watched videos. I loved Jet, Level Cap gaming. I really loved Level Cap. I watched a lot of the OG Airsoft GI stuff, and I was just like so by this like milsim thing. I mean, how it's real. The realism that you can obtain with airsoft is just like such a crazy level that really just intrigued me. And I saw the dudes showing up in full kit, and I was like, oh, that's so cool. They go to milsim ops, they do this stuff, it'd be cool. So that kind of kept me going and wanting me to get stuff. And here I am all these years later being like still in the milsim and wanting to buy stuff. But
we couldn't tell by the helmet.
Yes. I just bought myself this MTech Flux helmet. I got a cover on the way from Spiritus to make it coyote brown. So that'll be hot, very hot. It's a very
yeah.
Like that. Don't worry, if they don't start in 15 minutes, legally allowed to leave. If college class or like any classroom ever, you were like, if they're not here in 15 minutes, we get to leave.
Oh, I wish that were the case. My professors were like 20 minutes late, and as they saw kids walking out, they'd be like, hey, you better get back in that classroom or else you are not going to pass any of my tests. And all kids look at me and go, oh, okay.
They're I mean, anybody else in the comments can feel free to talk about kind of like, we'll highlight some of the different, everybody's got different reasons for playing. Like, one of the big things that I like, there were several things that I like. Definitely a good way to pitch it to parents. There's a lot of ways to kind of pitch it to your parents. Like in my 4 years of working at ExStream, I can't quantify the number of parents I've had to talk to and be like, they're like, this is insane. My boy wants to buy these airsoft guns. They look like the real, and like you have to be like, no, it's cool, it's cool. So I think one of the good ways to convince parents is it's a way to get out of the house and be physically active, especially indoors or outdoors, I think. Because outdoors you're doing a lot of hiking back and forth. You'll haul all the way from your CP or your spawn point, and then you just get shot. Like, you didn't even get to shoot your gun. You're just like,
no.
I guess I gotta go back. Or, extreme, where you're extreme. So the games are so fast paced and everything is so close. You don't process how much I won't process how much I'm running. I just assume it's a really short distance, so I just sprint all the time, and then halfway in the game I walk back to the spawn and I'm like, I was like, I need to go back.
Facts.
So crazy. It's a good way to pitch it to parents, because it's a good workout. I've seen some people that have lost some serious weight because they were playing every weekend, at ExStream. You sweat a lot and you get in good shape. Another I'd say another good thing, and I'll ask, Brendan, you also do you have a lot of real steel stuff and a lot of real guns. So you want to talk about just kind of how airsoft is a really good tool for not only real steel in general, but just firearm safety and the respect for firearms, just in the however many words you want to.
Airsoft is definitely such a great training tool just in general. It really teaches you so many things and firearm knowledge and what to do with a firearm. I grew up with the DARE program and Eddie Eagle, so going through all that stuff, you already kind of know.
I'm so sorry.
How much DARE program?
I know that's an old one, isn't it? But you learn the basics, and that's a lot of parents, I feel. I grew up, my dad owns firearms and stuff like that, so I kind of had that going into it. But airsoft has definitely opened that door wider. Playing airsoft more, he got more comfortable with seeing me with these these fake guns, seeing how I was with them made him more comfortable to take me to the range and actually shoot his bigger stuff and really teach me more about it, which is just a great experience.
I know that for me, and I think that helped. There's when I had talked about owning a firearm initially a long time ago, my dad was pretty okay with it, but my mom was kind of timid, and understandably so, because
absolutely,
it can be an intimidating thought. But because I'd been at ExStream or not even just at ExStream, playing airsoft for so long, that my understanding of the basic fundamentals of firearm safety, don't point it at something
booger hook off the bang switch.
Don't booger hook on the bang bang switch, so it's important as veteran players that really will impart that upon the younger players. But that's another aspect for parents. I know plenty of people that come in and they're like, oh, I want to get something for my kid or my significant other that they can use to train, so they can get used to using this before they use my gun. Because getting shot in the stomach with a BB gun, with an airsoft gun, giving and a real
1 joule versus 100 joules of energy going into you. Huge difference.
Well, I think that it worked out. I'm gonna just reference a few of the. Oh wow, we got quite a few people. Airsoft. His first field experience was with a Walmart shotgun, full black, playing Mighty Eagle. Who knows what Mighty Eagle 3 is? What is that?
I think it's an op. Because that is...
I believe that was a Fields of Fire op. I think the first one we went to, I want to say it was their first not big, but their first, actual game at Fields of Fire.
Dang.
I think that's what that is.
I forgot that. It's been so long. Let's see.
Adam,
Killing
I
zombie
salute you. You are a braver man than I. I wouldn't go anywhere near an up without a full auto and something with a lot of ammo.
got balls. Killing zombie. I imagine my friend. I think this is Tomas.
Tomas.
My boy. They always come down. They live pretty close. They're from New York. They always come down every year. Nice visit. Him and Isaiah come down. Got me into it. Been playing like that 7 years ago. Yep. Craving a game. We're always messaging back and forth, talking about like, oh, cool game I did. Charlie Burke, another great cut. We have a lot of reliable.
Charlie's amazing.
Watch a lot of our videos. Like, I love all these homies. No name Springers, P2G6 and a Desert Eagle. Springers. Rated. None of them. Yeah, most of that stuff. Well, I'm surprised you got more than like a year of usage out of that stuff. So some people,
you got a game.
People can't.
Yeah, but actually, speaking of Charlie, that brings up a good point. And one of the reasons I love Airsoft is just the fun people have with it. Because as we all know, Charlie has a very interesting mask he wears.
Yeah, he's got googly eyes and a tongue mask.
Yeah. And like the creativity that people bring to the sport, that's one of the reasons I keep coming back no matter what. Because everybody can wear like the normal stuff like the military, but then you get the guys who will walk around with like the full-blown World War I and Doughboy impression kit that has legitimate parts on it, and then you got guys like Charlie that'll run around with just googly eyes, a huge tongue hanging off of his mask, an AK that is amazing and just fits him perfect, and you just see guys like that running around and just the fun that you have on the field. I
think
I don't know.
The individuality aspect is super huge too, because I think sometimes, like, especially when you're in school and everything, like, there's not a lot of opportunities for you to like be expressive with your schoolwork unless you're in the arts or something. But Airsoft is such a great opportunity where people can do whatever they want. Like, there was the dude that would show up, he had like an armor suit, and he had the Predator helmet with a voice modulator. Like, he'd come in with that, or dudes will come in looking like, they'll do like a Speed Soft paintball thing, or dudes that are like super legit kitted up, look like straight out of friggin' Mars, thing like that. There's so many ways people can express themselves, and so I think that's probably one of the coolest ways. And then going along with that is the friendship and community aspect. I know some of my best friends, like we play. I met you guys through Airsoft. Like, I've met Brendan playing years ago, and so in that team. But like every week, me and all the guys, we're all playing video games, and we're talking, and we're hanging out and doing stuff together as a group. So it's like I've made so many friends that like I see on a regular basis, talk to, that it's really good for, especially you can kind of tell when you're there, some of the kids that are shy and they can't they don't really have an excessively they're not excessively proficient with their social skills, but they're trying to do little things. It's a way for people to kind of come out of their bubble, essentially, which is a really cool aspect. I know, like, I'm always kind of been like a big personality, like I'm just a big thing, but being part of, something bigger, a little bit more self-worth. Like, I love being on a team. I feel like I can contribute doing more, and I can have more of a positive effect, just like in general. I don't know if either you want to kind of say anything about that.
Yeah, it's you nailed it. You nailed it right on the head, Chuckles. I made a lot of good friends just playing Airsoft, having fun, and it's really nice because, like, as you can all tell, I can't really speak well, but when I'm playing Airsoft, it doesn't matter. I have fun, and it gets me out of my shell. It gets me out and about, having a great time, and I see it with a lot of the kids we're playing with at the field. Heck, I could probably think of like 5 or 6 that I remember first time they were there. They didn't say anything. They didn't look at anyone. Just head was down. Like, okay, there are way too many people here. I am totally afraid. Dude,
Yeah.
and within maybe 2 or 3 rounds, they were the life of the party. They were like talking with every single person they saw. They were just laughing, having a great time, and yeah,
You got to be a different person. So it's just so it's so interesting to you can kind of like you're just a bunch of because what it boils down to is you're just LARPing. Like everybody's LARPing.
Yeah.
You're just like you're just so it doesn't matter. Like I hate people that hate on kid like some kids like, hey, here's my like German impression kit. And maybe he's got like some, crappy Flecktarn camo. Like it doesn't look great and the kit doesn't look legit. It's just kit. And they're just like, oh, well, you should probably do something real and wear a real.
yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, let the kid, like, let him do what he wants. Like, he's a 13-year-old. He doesn't have the financial capability.
Yep.
Thousands on legit kit. Like, even me, I make money and like I'm not out there buying cries, my dude. I'm not. But
Yeah.
Well, I mean, think of where we all started too. I mean, we were all at that point too, getting basic M81s because it was cheap and available, and we all started somewhere. So to hate on those kids, we were there, and I'm sure people did the same thing to us. You got to show them. You got to bring them up. I mean, they are the future of the hobby, the sport. You gotta treat them right. You got to show them what's.
Absolutely, it's all about spending. Kev, you can bring me food anytime you want. We got a wing eating party because I could go for like some beer.
Chuckles, I just had some of the best wings ever today. They were
Why you say that on stream, Chili? You can't say stuff like that.
There's nothing wrong with it. I had good wings today. They were delicious.
I didn't have wings today,
Well, I'm sorry.
Do me like that. I'm chicken nuggets, dog. What you mean?
Dude, hey, never knock the nuggies.
No, the nuggies are the hustle, but I haven't had Wing Monday in a while. Oh, look at Kev. Run expensive kit and be elite. The more expensive the kit, you're better your skills. That is if the more like you buy cries, you're instantly +10 to your abilities. Like, dude, it's crazy. You buy a Polar Star, that's +5 to your Speedy Boy swag.
+5. I thought it was. Oh no, +5 with the normal Polar Star rig. If you get a speed trigger, then it's a +20.
Oh yeah. Because you're just
burp.
But so I mean, you brought up a good point, Brendan. That airsoft is you gotta help support. Like kids are excited about stuff. Like I know whenever I get something like when I had when I first started playing, like my kit I got, it was like I had matching. I had like a black mask. I had black goggles, mesh mask. I had my helmet. I had, and I was excited just to have like my chest rig, my belt, my stuff. Like, I was just excited to have that, and that was super cool for me. Like, I was, I had a Springer pistol, and that was like awesome. So
I still get excited over stuff. I mean, you should have saw me geeking out over the QRF earlier when I got home. Yeah.
Helmet. I just got my M17 back. Like, I'm super stoked. I'm excited about the QRF, but like, I'm excited about everything. Let's see. Along with, I guess, the physically active thing is that it's, I mean, we could talk. We'll have another. There's a lot of subjects we can like talk about, like a hobby and a sport. Like, obviously, is airsoft a hobby or is airsoft a sport? That'll be a debate for another day. Like we talked about, it's physically active. It's something to do, to spend your money on, and to spend your time on. There's say that LARPing. Another one. Oh wait, Kev said something. Oh, Kev, you're going off, man. I'm scared of this guy, Kev. Next thing you know, I dunk chucks in a rent. Yeah, dude, that's all you gotta do. You just dunk on them, like.
Yeah, it's the best feeling in the world when guy with the cries who thinks he's all that, and you just run around with the rental and go, "You're dead, you're dead, you're dead."
Yeah. So I've seen a long time ago, and it's that one where it's the Star Wars. It's Episode 7 where Rey gets a lucky shot where she takes out the multiple TIE fighters or whatever, and it's like a rental kid with the G36, and it's like. I was like, that's my favorite meme ever because that literally happens all the time. Like, dudes are like super legit, and then they get mad that some kid that was just like standing there 5 seconds before had his finger up his nose, just dunked on him with like a hot shot. Like, you know how it is. I got, oh, jeez, we're a wild bunch. What was I gonna say? Another aspect, of course, of why people would play airsoft is, I know a lot of people that are in or have been in like the military or law enforcement, and it's therapeutic for them. One, it's a good way for them to get their training in. Like they can keep up skills. Like I know for me, lately I've been trying to do more cross training and kind of make sure, that my airsoft kit is as close to my kit as possible. So like, obviously in whatever situation, when something, whatever it happens, but I know, well, don't even,
sorry, I just read Ryan's comment. I don't know what you guys. I don't know about you guys, but I play just so people ask me what that weird 1022 looking rifle I'm carrying is.
That's ridiculous. Get out of here. You're going home. But I know my boy Chris. He does he's at Tactical Paintball and Airsoft in Connecticut, but he has Brothers Battalion, and their goal is to kind of support veterans coming back that struggle with PTSD and struggle with other aspects their life, and his goal is to get them a support group, not only to help them in general, but also to get dudes into airsoft. Like he and a bunch of other dudes that are all vets, they all kind of run together, and they're at Milsim Ops and everything, and like they really love it. It's great for them to get out because sometimes it's hard. The social aspect is can be challenging, but they have a skill set, and utilizing that and building on that is really cool. So I know a lot of people that it's therapeutic for them, and then not even just veterans and people that struggle with PTSD. I mean, I know it's a good way for us to kind of express ourselves emotionally in addition to making our own kit. Sometimes it's good to let off some steam, just play some team deathmatch and go balls to the wall. I don't know if you guys want to talk about any of this, comment on anything I said.
Mittens, you go first.
Boy. Like, I mean, the stress reliever of it all. I mean, I'm sure that draws a lot of, a big crowd too. I mean, it's having a bad week, is awful. Family life is bad. Yeah, I mean, you come up here, you let off some steam, it does feel good. Especially again, and to piggyback on the whole veterans thing, like that's awesome. Like I know a lot of companies like MSATO, they have a big military following, and that's what they were kind of based around as well. With Black Sheep and all those guys, how they started up with that.
Yeah, so that's a very wide-reaching. Is Ryan talking to himself in the comments? Hey, what's that camo pattern you're wearing? I'm so glad he just talks from his perspective a lot. It's actually Pinsat's green. Deal with your green zone. Good damn wholesome airsoft stream I've ever seen. That's what we're about.
We try.
But it's there's a whole. Some people like think it can be intimidating, like airsoft. And so part of do as and what I've been trying to do like it really started with Isaiah when we were working together at ExStream. He kind of like put a lot more of airsoft like into perspective for me, and I was just like, I kind of always knew like there was this community proponent, but the more I worked there and the more I saw, I was just like, there's such a strong need for everybody to support each other, the community be unified, and like having fun and educating each other is the most important thing, because as Brendan said, the next generation is going to be the next us, and we're going to be maybe we'll be like some of the out there where they're like 50 and still running around or we won't be running around the airsoft field. They'll be carting us around in wheelchairs.
Carting.
We tell
Rascals.
younger players that they are the ones doing that. They mount the saws to our wheelchair. So,
I'm gonna have the 2 shotguns with the lever, the walker, and just be like, "Get back here, whippersnappers! I'm gonna get you."
Snapper rifle, I'm gonna go at it.
Kentucky whippage.
People think airsoft. Everybody sees video, and they can be super into it. They're like, "Oh my god, there's so much happening!" Like everybody sees all the cheater videos. They're like, "Airsoft is so many cheaters," but like, there's not that many cheaters. It's just one of those things that gets highlighted a lot. We are pretty wholesome tonight, though. Like we all are really, really. I think it's good because there are so many people that like don't like. They might say, they might try to make the point that they're trying to make, and they might say, "Yeah, we're like for the community," but like they don't care, or they won't contribute anything. So even if like this stream, if 100 people watch this stream, which one day we'll get there, but
one day soon.
But I, if I could change somebody in watching this, if I can change their perspective on how they view airsoft, like that's going to be good going forward for all of airsoft ever. And that's what's that's the point of doing. I can't think of the number of people I've met. So it's pretty cool. So I'm just glad. So all right, let's I don't know what level. It's not that deep. I don't know what he is what's not that deep. I don't get it.
I think he's talking about like the level we're going to of like, here's why we play, like here's our emotions about it, and like being real.
We got to show people it's okay to be emotionally exposed. But you know what? That's a good point for our to segue into our product spotlight, which is the LB 0300 series plate carrier.
Which I can actually show you in real life.
You're getting yours, Chili? Okay, good. Yeah. Perfect. We need to...
You actually remembered what model you have? Good job.
Cheater videos are not that deep. No, they are not that deep.
Yes, I don't know how I remembered it. I just know I don't have the one with the buckles.
Okay, so anyways, we're talking about the 0300. It's a plate carrier. It's pretty much the standard plate carrier by LBX. I got a few nice photos from the store. Molly front panel, Molly on the back. It's pretty standard. The shoulder pads are really comfortable. But the materials I believe are made in the USA. It's assembled in Peru. But they have a lifetime warranty on manufacturer defects. So if the stitching is bad, you send it to LBX. LBX will replace it or get rid of it. You do have some nice straps for running hydro and comm lines.
Yeah, it even has these little things on the side so that it actually like hold everything together, or so you don't have wires just bouncing over your chest rig. I found that out the hard way.
Exactly. So this is, the plate. This is a little bit higher end of a plate carrier. You're looking at that $150, $160 price point. They do make a small, medium, large. They do Ranger Green and Coyote Brown and Black, and they do a Woodland one. I think they do a multi.
And gray.
They do.
Don't forget the gray.
Mass gray. They're not doing multi and black maybe yet. They're starting can black stuff. But LBX is a great company. They're, their parent company is LBT, which do a lot of large-scale military contracts. So you know that the product is going to be backed by somebody. Oh, geez, excuse me. We know that they're going to be backed by somebody that's definitely they sure.
LBX are good people, and Bo is amazing.
Okay, I just gotta say, like, when I met Bo at SHOT Show, like, I had a few phone calls with him before that, but Bo like has this like really just nice, soothing, like Southern accent. So, talking to me, I'm just like, and he calls me Big Dog, and I'm like, oh, very. Well, I mean, Chili, give your. I mean, you own the. I mean, I ordered some to with the intent of maybe buying one, but
So I used to run just a standard chest rig, and I wanted to upgrade it, and I've been looking at it since we had gotten them. It is probably one of the best plate carriers I've ever had the privilege of wearing.
Really?
And I mean, I haven't worn them. I'll be completely honest, haven't worn a lot, but this one is comfy. They're not real plates, but I've got plastic plates in there with some foam in them, so they've got a little extra thickness and comfort. The carrier holds them just fine. It's really it's really durable, and it's really modular. So, if you for some reason are doing what I'm doing and have really thick plates in it, you can make the rig wider. It's got a lot of Velcro. It's got a lot of molly space. It's comfy. It's light, and I can't wait to actually play I can't wait to play so I can run the thing.
Swag, yo. That's fresh. So that's LBX. Really cool. Really great. You have a lot of options with it. Just modular, like any other plate carrier. All right. We'll start taking anybody that has any questions for any of us about, airsoft. If we got into it, like anything that we can propel forward. I mean, there's going to be like innumerable number of subjects to talk about. And it's good that we figure out ideas. Like sitting there at ExStream, I'm like, what can we talk about for the next month? And then like just
that was Sunday. Yeah, that was literally Sunday. Chuckles and I were cleaning the place, making sure it was all spotless, and as we were doing it, we're like, that would be a good idea for a video. Let's try it. And then
I think he has a question, but Kev, you're definitely right. Cheater videos, like, or just generally like videos that just behaviors, like watching some today, like I'm going through YouTube and I'm just like, why are we, doing that? That makes it look bad for sure. And people are like, am I gonna get a full auto mag dump for burning this kid's patch? Like, no, it's such a waste of energy and time. Like, why?
Yeah, what?
Why is that necessary? Why you gotta be like that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, honestly, most of the cheater videos I watch, they're structured so it looks like the guy taking the video is usually the one who's like, oh yeah, I'm totally in the right. And most of the time, I'm looking at the videos going, what? You're all wrong in this scenario. Both sides were jerks, and why am I watching this?
It's all about
doesn't
being
add
fun,
anything.
being happy, and being. So I mean, and also any customer questions, they don't have to be specifically about this subject. They can be about anything. Just going to give some reminders as we kind of start winding down. Don't forget, our store is open Tuesdays through Sunday, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. We do online order processing. We're adding more stuff to our website every day. Thank you, Decoy. Doing a good job, homie. Like, I looked the other day and I was like, oh, this is most important. I was like,
the voice in our head says the PCC 9s have been added, and
dude,
Chili wants one.
Bro, like,
so if anyone wants to give me one.
Oh, okay.
No, don't give me one. Don't, please.
Yeah. We have to promote positive stuff instead of the negative. People love doing cheater videos and flip out fight videos. Some people just want views and subs. That's true. Some people are just chasing some clout. And I hate that. Like, the whole point of airsoft is that it's fun and you want to grow the sport. so that more people are playing airsoft and airsoft never dies, and we all can have fun together and play airsoft. You like when I play airsoft now, I'm at a point where I'm at a point where like I don't try to do too many of the objectives. I like to let everybody else do it because if they have a positive experience with that, then they'll have more fun. They'll be, have a more enjoyable experience than if I had just been like, no, I'm gonna go do this. I'm a big
No, I definitely get more fun out of grabbing the kids that are in the back, behind the barriers, not really doing much. Grabbing them and it's like, come on, guys, let's go get this flag, or let's move up, halfway, and getting them to push up, and then just seeing their eyes light up when they're finally getting people out. That's what makes it a lot of fun for me.
Yeah, seeing the smiles on their faces when like you show them like they're having a bad day, they just are having issues, who's left, right, and center, and you come up and just like, hey, what's wrong? Okay, hey, you know what? Come with me this next round. I'll show you what's up.
Sure.
And then you literally just drag them along with you as you're going through doing your thing, and afterwards they're like, oh my god, I actually got the objective, or oh my god, I actually saw the enemy spawn for once, and it wasn't because I walked back there myself. It's because we pushed them all the way back.
Or you're letting them use. I remember one of the most vivid experiences I had was my first Christmas op. It was 2012 at ExStream, and this dude had a Mark 43 like LMG and M60 with Christmas lights all over it. It was like the last game, and he was like, "Do you want to use this?" I was like, I'm a high schooler. I'm almost a man at this point, and I was just like, dude, that'd be so. I had so much fun. He didn't care if I offered him BBs. He didn't care. He was like, just use it. I wish I knew who it was because I can't remember, but it was really great. So I remember that. That was pretty cool. We got some questions. Okay, your thoughts on the VFC Mark 18 from Elite Force versus the EMG Mark 18? All right, that's an interesting question. I might be I don't know if you guys have any. You guys don't have the Elite Force. So I'll talk about my thoughts quick, and then if you guys have anything to say, I know I personally don't get a lot of
very little.
Every so often, a customer will bring one in. Like I own the Elite Force Mark 18. It's really great. I love everything. I haven't had a single problem with it. It's run in the snow. We did it at Rochambeau. We were running in the snow. I had no problems. Obviously you have to warm up the buck up. Buck up. It's 9 degrees outside. But it's really cool. I love it. It's comfortable. It's licensed. The receivers like VFC. It doesn't have like the legit Colt trades, but it's still a really solid option, and it comes with a 1-year warranty, which for a player that there are obviously there's pros and cons to everything. I like now the EMG stuff. I know normally it's OEM'd by EMG, like themselves, but a lot of it's the G&P internals on a lot of those stuff, and the G&P stuff is really solid, especially their i5 gearbox. I know some people complain about them, but they have the quick change spring right at the top of the receiver. I think that you pop off the upper receiver, and the spring guide, you can literally pull out the spring guide, and that is how you change the spring at the top of the gearbox. So it's really cool. But a lot of those rifles, they're just really solid as well. I wish one to put in my hands to get a better idea, because I know there are a bunch of companies that do like the Mark 18s, like G&G has their CM18 and that. But I think if there were 2 Mark 18s we're going to get on the market, I personally recommend the VFC one. I just like the 1-year warranty. Just gives me a little bit more sleep at night, knowing that if the gun dies, I'm going to have a good warranty. Not saying that E-Vike doesn't have a good warranty, but if Elite Force offers a 1-year warranty, assuming you don't want to mod the gun, and I hate touching my stuff, I just want it to work the way it is, I normally just roll with the VFC, but I know that the E-Vike stuff, the EMG stuff, has a lot of solid internals, really great trigger responses, The MOSFETs are good, high torque motor, like it's a lot of upgrades. So either are a solid option, but I'm biased because I own the Elite Force Mark 18. I don't know if either of you guys have anything.
I have a smidge. I used to have an EMG Falcor Recce, which
Ooh.
I was just taking a look on Evike, like about the Mark 18. It looks like it has similar, like it's got similar stuff on the inside. They're not bad. Like out of the box, even with the 7.4, I had great trigger response. It was a good. It ran and it was pretty decent. And now I've got more experience with Avalons, but it's a hard choice. I'd like a little trigger time behind the EMG before I make any decisions.
I will
So yeah.
trigger response because I had one of the my boy brought in one of the Salient Arms grays, and so he changed the spring and everything. But like he had 11.1 of the thing, and I was pulling the trigger, and the rate of fire you can get on semi-auto with that thing is fully like it way beats the Mark 18. Like I think it probably beats any stock AEG on the market. Like the switch that it has, the thing just cycles so quick. Like I just hammered on it, and the thing kept up. So we'll say the GMP i5 gearbox is cool. Some people hate it, but a lot of people are elitists and are just like, my Wheat Tech comes without parts into it.
My Wheat Tech hasn't broken in 5 years.
I've only upgraded everything.
It only is now a build of $1,000 in a Polar Star.
But I would say that the EMG does look hot. The Colt licensing on it, trademarks look way good. Okay, enough on that. Next question. We'll do this quick. We don't have a lot of time left, but we got a bit. Getting a P90. What do you think of it? Who wants to? Well, Brendan, you got anything to say about P90s?
P90s are cool. I mean, they're different. If that's your thing, that's your thing. I like small little compact guns, especially playing at ExStream. I mean, I've had pretty much every SMG from the MP7s to now the QRF and the MP5s. I've owned every MP5 possible at this point. Sub guns are cool. I like them. They're a fun build. P90 Girl definitely made them.
True.
I think a little bit more popular, but there's also more stuff out for them. Like I said, it's not really my thing, but if you're down for that, go for it.
They're small, they're compact, and well, they're interesting.
Really
go for it.
Huge advantage. Like, I mean, we were doing. I mean, we bought like 50 of them, so we were blown. But you can get them like sub $100, and it's a solid.
Yeah.
Let's see. I don't know if there's any. I was at ExStream. Some dude run spare for the game. Yeah, exactly. I love running.
Yeah.
I let a kid use my what was it? I can't remember what I let this kid use. One of my guns. I can't remember what it was, but like he lost his mind. Oh, I let him use my Tokyo Marui MP7 with the Polar Star in it. The kid lost his mind. I mean, because obviously it's freaking amazing, but like the kid was like, his mind was blown. Like the experience was great. So that's what it's about. P90 mag sucks. High caps suck. The mid caps, they're low capacity, but they work. They're pretty good, I'd say.
Yeah, honestly, I've got no issue with the P90 mag, save the real issue with all P90 mags, both real steel and airsoft. They're big, so finding mag pouches is kind of difficult.
And they're long.
Yeah.
They're like bulky. That's why they make one pouch that does. Oh, I farted. Both of them.
Oh, I can smell it from here.
We're starting to get. We're gonna start winding down here.
Also, AK is not the bad guy weapon. AK
is just AK are okay.
AK is good rifle, no matter where you use it.
AKs are okay. So I guess, short of any questions, we're gonna start wrapping up. Just a reminder, store's open. We're doing our online orders. Don't forget to join. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram. Subscribe to us here on YouTube. Don't forget to jump into our Discord. We'll throw the link down, or we'll post it at some point. But we have a Discord, so updates about the store, any questions you have, it's a hotline to a lot of the staff. Oh, okay. Wait, what? So
sorry, the voice in our head.
Sorry, yeah, I'm hearing things again. I'm home with my family. They're laughing about something. I don't know what. Like Deb. Love Deb. But yes, thank everybody for tuning in. You guys are all fabulous people. Your daily reminder to stay well and stay kind. Make sure you're treating other people nice. Your goal the next time you go to an airsoft game is to find the newest player there and a helping hand. I know some of you are really great at that, but just help guide them, give them a piece of advice, help them out, because that's how we grow the community and that's how we become better people ourselves. I'm not just saying that so you feel good about yourself. You just do it because it's good. You know, like, Evic, why do all of your texts seem so unhappy?
Have you ever teched?
Have you ever? Yeah.
And also,
has he looked in the mirror lately?
Hey, dude, his mom thinks he's cute. Okay, his mom says he. Okay. All right, we're gonna start signing up. Guys, thank you so much. Hope y'all weekend. Make sure you stay on YouTube videos. We got more content coming at you. Don't forget to follow us on all of our stuff. Store's gonna be open. We're gonna be live streaming video games Saturday nights normally, so we're gonna be doing cool stuff. Stay tuned. Other than that, it's been your boy Chuckles.
Chili.
And Brendan.
That's weird. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you guys next week. Bye.
See ya and stay safe.
Bye, homies.